I'm a writer, why am I not writing? Have you heard that saying? Except you're Google and you're not. From doom to gloom. Oh my god. You will feel motivated after you have like dissolved the writer's block. It helps your story stay fresh and unfiltered in your mind as you write, and eventually you're going to finish your first draft. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Grace, and on this channel I share writing tips and strategies and write inspiration to inspire you to write. So today I'm going to be talking about how to stay motivated while writing your book, how to stay excited while writing your book. Before I get started, don't forget to like, share, leave your comments down below, and smash that subscriber button if you have not. And if you do not want to miss any of my future videos, turn on notifications and let's get started. So earlier on, I did a video talking about how to stay motivated while writing your book, part 1. In that video, I shared over 18 solid tips on how to stay motivated while writing your book. And this is like a continuation, so I hope it helps you. The first tip I have for you is to treat writing like a job. There is this saying, people make time for what's important. If writing is important to you, you are going to make it a priority. A few weeks back, I did a video on lessons I wish I knew before I started writing, and if you have not watched that video, I'm going to link it in the cards for you to go and check out. It has some amazing writing tips that you would find really useful. How am I supposed to treat writing like a job? It simply means take writing seriously. I heard of this story of this man who actually dresses up to work as a writer. You know, most writers work from home. Not all writers, but most writers work from home. So you are dressed in however you feel like dressing for that day, and you're at home and everything is chill. But this dude puts on a suit, puts on his fancy shoes, wears his favorite cologne, gets his suitcase, and he goes downstairs or to his basement and sits down there to write all day. That's how he plans to do it. So that may not be your pattern, but the idea is that you should take writing seriously. If you take your 9-to-5 job seriously, if you take schooling seriously, if you take other activities seriously, you should also make time for writing. If it's important to you, take it seriously. You will be surprised that when you begin to take writing seriously, you begin to enjoy writing, even if there will be days where you don't feel like writing. But the benefit of taking your writing seriously like a job is going to sky high, which will in turn keep you motivated while writing your book. Period. The next tip I have for you is to figure out why you're not being able to write. So in most cases, when people stay for a long period of time without writing, they feel very strange. I'm a writer, why am I not writing? Have you heard that saying? Like, you are supposed to be writing, but you're not writing for whatever reason, and you're not certain why you're not writing. So you have to sit down and ponder on why you are actually not dishing those words out on paper. You need to think deep. Is it because you're lazy? Is it because you're feeling demotivated? Is it because you're scared that people won't love your book or wouldn't want to read your book? Is it because of self-doubt or imposter syndrome? Whatever it is, you need to figure exactly why you've not been able to write, or exactly why you're feeling demotivated to write, and tackle it. The next tip is confide in a writing critic. Building writing relationships is such a blessing. Like, there's so much bliss attached to such writing relationships. If you are not being able to write for a particular reason, confide in someone that has interest in what you're doing, which is writing. Or you could simply just show your draft or your manuscript to someone who you trust enough to receive their constructive criticism. Confide in them, tell them the problems, you guys have to talk about it, and you will feel so much better. Like, there is nothing better than being able to share your problems with someone that truly understands. It just shatters the problem to pop, like literally just hits the problem into two, and you'll feel really motivated to get back to your draft and dish out those words. The next tip I have for you is to read a book. Yes, read a book. So what better way to build a house than to learn from those who have already built houses? You need to go and feel your writing energy, or whatever you want to call it, by reading a book. Reading a book can inspire you, can inspire ideas for your book, you can inspire a full chapter, a scene, or basically just make you feel pumped up to go and write. Now, not all readers are writers, but all good writers are readers. So you have to actually read other people's work to inspire you to do your own work. So just grab a book, something you have interest in, something that you feel like would inspire, or something you would enjoy, spending your precious time to invest in. The next one is penalties. So in my first video I talked about using reward systems, but this is exactly the opposite of using reward systems. You could set penalties for your writing goals. You could tell yourself, if I do not achieve this writing goal, I will have this thing as a penalty. And you do not have to be overly harsh with yourself. You can just set little things, but not too little that makes you not to get serious. You can set something as little as, if I do not write this scene today, or if I do not reach this word count today, I would not go watch that movie I intended to watch this week, or I wouldn't eat that cupcake or whatever I intended to eat. So simple penalties are that when you think about the penalties and you do not want to like get that penalty to inspire you to write, inspire to actually achieve that writing goal. The next tip I have for you is to ask questions or do your research. So you do not know everything. Nobody knows everything except your Google, and you're not. So if you're finding yourself stuck when you're writing a scene, writing a chapter, or whatever you're working on, there's so many ways you could research. You could go read a book, you could listen to a podcast, you could watch on YouTube, you could watch a movie. You can't research. We're writers, whatever research process that really works for you, just go and do it. You could simply just ask another writing friend. You could ask a question in an online writing community, a Facebook group, whatever way. Ask questions, and you'll be surprised that when you get answers to what you're looking for, you suddenly feel this pump to actually sit down and write. It's that simple. The next one is read inspirational quotes. I'm not sure a lot of people do this, but it's actually amazing when you read inspirational quotes, writing quotes, or just basically inspirational quotes. Those words can really inspire you to actually write. Those beautiful words can shift your mood from doom to gloom. Oh my god. Next one is editing is your best friend. So while writing your first draft, don't be caught on trying to fine-tune everything. This doesn't also mean that just because it's editing that you should just fill up your draft with fluff. No, but the idea that there is another time to revise, to rewrite, to rework your first draft should make you feel motivated to keep going. Don't stay stuck on a particular place because you want to perfect it. There will be errors. There's always going to be errors. There's always room for improvement. So when you think about, okay, I can actually write this, I can actually revise this, you will feel motivated to keep writing. The next tip I have for you is push through writer's block. Push is a force, so you're like push through writer's block. So how do you push writer's block? There are so many ways you can do this, but I'm just going to share 2 tips for you. So whenever I'm feeling like I'm not getting ideas to write, I leave wherever I'm sitting out. Like I just literally just stand up and change scenery. I change scenery when I lack ideas. I don't know if this works for everybody, it works for me. I just change scenery. Like if I'm at home, I'm writing at home, I just go somewhere. I go and see like different scenery, or I walk around, or I read a book. I just do something different. Like refresh my brain, like reboot my brain. Just tell my brain, okay, we are moving to another location, trying to reboot. Okay, it's time to refresh. Okay, so whenever I do that, I come back and I feel pumped up. Or secondly, just take a break. I leave whatever I'm doing. I just leave every single thing. Like, nope, I'm just going to go somewhere and relax. But I do not do this for long periods of time. I take few breaks, like a day. I could just keep my manuscript and stay a whole day or 2 days from it. And then the 3rd day when I come back, I'm like, what? I'm filled with so many ideas and I start gushing out words. There are so many ways you could push through writer's block, but that is for another video. So I'm just going to tell you this. If you sit down and wait for inspiration, it wouldn't come. You have to actually find inspiration. Like inspiration won't come to you. You have to scout inspiration. So push writer's block and you will feel motivated after you have like dissolved the writer's block. The next one is go digital. We're in the digital age. There are so many writing tools that can fine-tune and help your writing. Sometimes why you feel motivated to write, it's not because you're lacking ideas or writer's block or anything of that sort. It's just because maybe you're frustrated with the software you're using, or just some flimsy errors in your computer or your device or something like that. Sometimes those little errors can really annoy you and you do not want to write for a period of time. So be sure to go digital. Scout for good writing softwares, just basically softwares that you think that you're in need of. Do not fall into the loophole of trying all the writing softwares you see on the internet. But if you guys want me to review some writing softwares that I would recommend, be sure to leave your comments down below and I'll consider that for you. So be sure to go digital and you will see how much change and results you get just by doing that. The next tip I have for you is to outline. So this is not for everybody. If you are not the type to outline, then I'm sorry, this tip is not for you. But if you outline, this tip for you. So outlining basically is like creating a map of your story. It helps you see the entire journey of your story even before you start writing. Some persons don't like to outline because they feel like it's like a roadblock, like it blocks their creative process or something of that nature. But if you outline, then be sure to outline, and it will motivate you to write. When you're seeing what that character is going to do at that point, even if it may change, it just gives you the ideas to like keep going and to keep pushing, and eventually you're going to finish your first draft. Isn't that exciting? Next tip I have for you is don't edit while you write. This, however, is going to be very tempting, but it helps your story stay fresh and unfiltered in your mind as you write. So do not edit while you write. It will keep you motivated till the last page. This brings me to the end of this video. I hope you found all these tips useful, and if you have more tips you'd like to share with us, please ensure to keep that in the comments down below. And if you have video ideas you want me to consider, don't forget to leave it down in the comments down below, and I will consider that. And don't forget to like this video, share, leave your comments down below, and smash the subscribe button if you have not. And if you do not want to miss any of my future videos, make sure you turn on the post notifications, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.